In one of the most unexpected twists in gold rush history, Brennan Ruault has made a stunning return to Parker Schnabel's crew after 5 long years apart. The former foreman, who famously walked away from Parker following a heated falling out, had spent recent seasons working under Kevin Beets, Tony Beets' son. But this season, in a bold and surprising move, Parker personally reached out to lure Brennan back, poaching him right out from under the Beets family's operation. The move shocked both fans and fellow miners alike. Brennan had found his footing with the Beets crew, earning the respect of Kevin and Faith Tang, and seemed content building a new chapter of his mining career. Yet, as Gold Rush Season 16 unfolds, it becomes clear that old partnerships and unfinished business still run deep in the Klondike. The revelation began quietly, with Brennan paying an unexpected visit to Kevin Beets and Faith Tang to deliver the news in person. Pulling up to their claim with a smile, Brennan said it felt good to be back in the Yukon, a place he described as his second home. At first, the visit seemed friendly, and Kevin greeted him with a laugh, calling him a stranger and asking where he'd been hiding. But the tone shifted when Brennan explained that he'd received an unexpected phone call with a job offer too good to refuse. The crew grew silent as he hesitated, choosing his words carefully. Then came the shocker: the offer had come directly from Parker Schnabel. Brennan went on to explain that the opportunity fit perfectly with his long-term goals and where he saw himself heading in the future. The offer wasn't just about money, it was about growth, leadership, and a chance to work again with people he once trusted in the field. While Kevin and Faith were surprised and disappointed, Brennan made it clear that the decision hadn't been easy. He had already agreed to Parker's terms and didn't want to leave anyone scrambling, though the timing was undeniably difficult. Kevin wished him luck but couldn't help noting that mining 2,000 ounces without Brennan's experience would be a steep uphill climb. Faith agreed, saying it would be tough to find someone of his caliber, joking that maybe they'd need to start poaching too. As Brennan drove away, the weight of his departure hung in the air. It was a moment that marked the end of one partnership and the beginning of another. Meanwhile, back in Parker Schnabel's camp, nobody knew that Brennan was about to make a dramatic reappearance. 25 miles away, Parker's trusted foreman Mitch Blaschke was deep in the grind at Sulphur Creek, battling both time and terrain. With just 10 weeks before Parker's water license expired, Mitch was running the site single-handedly, switching between heavy equipment, digging, and draining to open up a massive 2,000-foot cut. The task was grueling, and Mitch was under immense pressure to deliver results before the license deadline forced them to shut down operations. As he worked tirelessly, a familiar figure suddenly appeared on site, none other than Brennan Ruault. Grinning, Brennan explained that Parker had poached him personally, telling him that he and Mitch worked so well together that he wanted to get the band back together. It was a reunion years in the making. The two men, who once co-led Parker's Scribner Creek operation, had built a strong friendship based on mutual respect and hard work. Their chemistry as co-foremen had helped Parker achieve record-breaking gold totals in past seasons. Now, after years apart, they were ready to move serious dirt once again. Mitch was thrilled to have his old friend back, calling it "Christmas come early." Their banter picked up right where it had left off, light-hearted but focused. Beneath the laughter, though, both knew that Parker's operations were never short on pressure, and the clock was already ticking. Parker soon arrived to check on progress at the Sulphur Creek site. The terrain was notoriously difficult, making it nearly impossible to tell the difference between paid dirt and waste material. He explained that the key was to find virgin ground sections untouched by previous miners. The location had a storied history. Nearly 75 years earlier, old-timers had dredged Sulphur Creek, extracting what would today amount to more than $1 billion in gold. But their dredging methods left behind high banks and deep tailings piles, burying potentially rich pockets of untouched ground. For Parker, the challenge wasn't just about finding gold, it was about outsmarting the ghosts of miners who came before. However, tension began to build when Mitch decided to take a different approach than Parker's plan. Instead of immediately panning for gold to pinpoint pay zones, he focused on solving the flooding problem first. He dug a massive drainage ditch, more than 2,000 feet long, to dry out the site. "We can't mine underwater," Mitch reasoned, and Brennan backed him up. The plan worked. The water began to drain, exposing more workable ground. But when Parker returned to see the site, he was far from pleased. His frustration was clear as he told the crew they needed to find virgin ground or leave. For Brennan, the confrontation hit close to home. The tension between Parker's perfectionist approach and his crew's practical problem-solving was eerily familiar. It was exactly the kind of friction that had driven him away years ago. As Mitch later reflected, gold can buy a lot of things, but it can't buy patience. Parker's relentless push for results is part of what makes him one of the most successful miners in the Yukon, but it's also what tests the loyalty of his crew. Brennan, back for barely a week, could already feel the strain of working under Parker's demanding leadership once again. Still, despite the tension, there's something different this time. Both Brennan and Parker have grown since their last falling out. Parker has learned the importance of trust and communication, while Brennan has gained years of experience working under another mining legend. Their reunion could either reignite old conflicts or create one of the strongest partnerships the show has ever seen. Brennan Ruault's shocking return to Parker Schnabel's crew isn't just a personnel change, it's a storyline that could redefine Gold Rush Season 16. Fans who remember their volatile split know the stakes are high. Can these two strong-willed miners work together again without repeating history? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, with Brennan back, Parker's team just got a lot stronger and Gold Rush Season 16 just got a lot more unpredictable. As Gold Rush Season 16 unfolds, Parker Schnabel's ambition has never been higher or riskier. Setting his sights on a jaw-dropping 10,000-ounce season, Parker has expanded his operations more than ever before, running multiple wash plants and managing sites spread across the Yukon. But with pressure mounting and deadlines closing in, one key decision might just define his entire season: the decision to bring back Brennan Ruault. To chase a goal as massive as 10,000 ounces, Parker can't afford mistakes or burnout. He's juggling more ground, more machinery, and more workers than ever before. Each site, from Dominion Creek to Sulphur Creek, demands strong leadership and seamless coordination. In past seasons, Parker often found himself stretched thin, trying to manage every operation personally while also pushing his crew to perform. That's where Brennan comes in. His return brings not just muscle, but experience, intuition, and leadership. Brennan knows Parker's style, his expectations, his temper, and his obsession with perfection. More importantly, he knows how to get results without wasting time or resources. When Parker called him up and poached him from Kevin Beets' team, it wasn't just about rekindling old partnerships. It was about putting the right people in the right places. Brennan and Mitch Blash together form one of the most efficient duos in Gold Rush history, a team that can troubleshoot mechanical issues, coordinate digs, and keep production running under any condition. Their chemistry was legendary back in the Scribner Creek era, and now, with years of added experience, they're even sharper. With Brennan back on the dozer and Mitch running the pit, Parker has the perfect balance of brains, brawn, and trust in the field, something money can't buy. Since leaving Parker's crew years ago, Brennan has been busy learning from another mining dynasty, the Beets family. Working under Tony and Kevin Beets gave him new insights into different mining methods, machinery setups, and problem-solving techniques. That experience now comes full circle. Brennan returns not as the same foreman who left, but as a more seasoned, more adaptable miner. He's seen how other top-tier operations run, and he's bringing that knowledge back to Parker's side. The benefits are already showing. His input at Sulphur Creek has helped the crew move faster and avoid costly mistakes. He's the type of miner who doesn't just follow plans, he improves them. At the heart of Gold Rush Season 16 is more than just dirt and gold, it's about relationships, redemption, and resilience. For Parker, Brennan's return represents a rare chance to rebuild trust and reforge a partnership that once ended in tension. This time, both men are older and wiser. Parker understands that he can't do it all alone, and Brennan knows that communication is key to keeping the peace in Parker's high-pressure world. Their ability to work together again will be one of the most defining storylines of the season. With gold prices high and competition fierce, every decision matters this season. Parker has invested heavily in new ground, upgraded machinery, and expanded operations, but bringing back Brennan Ruault might turn out to be his smartest move yet. Fans can expect tension, teamwork, and possibly record-breaking results as Parker's dream team reunites. If there's one thing Gold Rush history has proven, it's that when Brennan and Parker work together, big things happen. And this year, with the 10,000-ounce goal looming, they'll need every ounce of that experience, grit, and determination to make Gold Rush history once again.